allow me the latitude to respond to this comment. This gentleman is telling us that since Uhuru Kenyatta, Moi's project failed in 2002, Raila Odinga, also a purported Uhuru Kenyatta's project, is bound to fail in 2022. And that, just like Moi, Uhuru Kenyatta, an incumbent president, will have no say over his succession. That's not true. In fact, this malicious narrative was crafted by William Ruto to try and taint Raila Odinga as a project. Fortunately, the narrative could not hold water. Now, is it fair to say that since Uhuru Kenyatta failed as a project in 2002, Raila Odinga is also going to fail because he's being backed by the sitting president? The answer is no. We must interrogate the political dynamics that were there in 2002. Are they the same as those we're having at the moment? Mwai Kibaki's victory over Uhuru Kenyatta in 2002 was a culmination of the second liberation fight that had begun in 1983, immediately after the failed coup. People felt tired. People felt oppressed with time. People needed change. We also had a formidable opposition comprising of the likes of Martin Shikuku, a good friend of mine, Charles Rubia, Stanley Nyendo Matiba, Raila Odinga, Charity Ngilu, Martha Karua. An opposition whose policies and ideologies resonated with the people's wants. An opposition who spoke on behalf of millions of Kenyans. That's not the case at the moment. William Ruto does not speak on our behalf. Again, it is unfair and unreasonable to compare Uhuru Kenyatta of 2002 vis-a-vis Raila Odinga of 2022. In 2002, Uhuru Kenyatta was unknown. He had just been picked from Wichaweri, made a nominated MP to replace Makto. Thereafter, he was fronted as KANU's presidential flag bearer. On the other hand, who is Raila Odinga? You will exhaust your dictionary trying to describe Raila Odinga as a political icon. He's a self-made politician. He's a fighter. He's a person who controls half of the number of electorates in this country. Therefore, it will be silly to try and say that since Uhuru Kenyatta, a person who was not known in 2002, failed, Raila Odinga is also going to fail. That is unreasonable. And I want to urge our Tanga brothers, before you buy this cheap propaganda and lies, then come to embarrass yourself on social media, try to interrogate, try to think. I mean, think outside the box.